Hey, what's going on YouTube? Son of Sanguinius here, and today we're going to be continuing our Blood Angels Tactics videos with a look at the Scout Bike Squad. So the Scout Bike Squad comes in at 54 points. They are now Weapon and Ballistic Skill 4, thanks to the new Blood Angels errata that came out alongside the FAQ. They are Strength 4, Toughness 5, 1 Wound, Initiative 4, 1 Attack, Leadership 8 with a 4-up Armor Save. Sergeant is basically the same, and the Veteran Sergeant has 2 attacks instead of 1, and Leadership 9 instead of Leadership 8. So, moving on, for War Gear, they have Scout Armor, Bolt Pistols, Space Marine Shotguns, Frag and Crack Grenades, and Space Marine Bikes. For Special Rules, they have And They Show No Fear, Combat Squads, Furious Charge, Infiltrate, and Scouts. For options, you may include up to 7 additional Scout Bikers for 18 points per model. The squad may take cluster mines for 20 points. Up to 3 Scout Bikers may replace their bike's twin-linked bolt gun with an Astartes grenade launcher for 5 points per model. May upgrade the Scout Biker Sergeant to a Scout Biker Veteran Sergeant for 10 points. The Scout Biker Sergeant or Scout Biker Veteran Sergeant may take items from the melee weapons and or ranged weapons list. And lastly, the Scout Biker Sergeant or Scout Biker Veteran Sergeant may take any of the following: Melt-A-Bombs for 5 points or a Locator Beacon for 10 points. Alright, so the Scout Bike Squad. Now when I first, got into, 40k and playing Blood Angels, I just sort of, glanced over the Scout Bikers. However, as I've been playing some more games, as I've, been, looking more at the Codex, doing these reviews, I find the Scout Bike Squad to be very interesting, and especially since, they got increased to Weapon and Ballistic Skill 4, thanks to the Blood Angels FAQ/errata. To me, they sort of feel like a very interesting type of skirmish role, because they have all the benefits of Scouts. They can infiltrate, they can scout, so, as far as deployment is concerned, you can pretty much put them wherever you want them. And on top of that, they also have the mobility of bikes, which is great. And keep in mind, too, that outflank is also a possibility with these guys. And normally, I wouldn't really consider outflank because it's hard, because, even if you do outflank, it's hard to get them to where they need to be. However, with the scouts, they're on bikes, so even if they're on the other side of the table, there's at least a decent chance that they can still get to where they need to go. And on top of all this, aside from being incredibly mobile and having the benefit of being able to put them wherever you need them to be, they can also bring locator beacons, which isn't just great for Terminators, it's also great for Assault Marines, Death Company, whatever your deep striking unit of choice happens to be. And so, really, there's a lot of opportunities for these guys to really, help a lot of those deep strike heavy armies out there. Now, as far as armaments goes, the Twin Link Bolter is certainly good, but I really find myself tempted to take the Astartes grenade launcher. For one, riding on a Space Marine bike with a grenade launcher, just rapid firing into the enemy, just sounds and looks cool. But it can fire frag grenades and crack grenades, so it has a nice kind of diversity there of munitions. The frag grenade is only Strength 3, AP 6, but it's blast, so you can just sort of thin out large groups of enemy units that way. Or you could also fire the crack grenades, which are Strength 6, AP 4, and those can pretty much deal with a lot of Xenos out there. Orcs, Tyranids, you can take out some Tyranid warriors, especially with that. And even though they're only going to be, armor value 4, they're on bikes, so they can jink if you really, really need them to. Plus, because they're on bikes, they are also toughness 5, so that sort of mitigates the fact that their armor isn't quite as good as Space Marines. So overall, I think that the Scout Bikes are really a great skirmishing unit, and you can really sort of kit them out to be very beneficial in getting your deep striking units where you need them to be. Certainly, you don't want to sort of throw these guys out in front of your opponent's army, but like I said, I really see these guys as kind of like a hit and run type unit. They can sort of harass your opponent, and then turn 2, turn 3 comes around. You bring in your deep striking units, and these guys can help them be where they need to go. And that's especially true with things like Angel's Blade, as far as the orbital intervention force and all that. But we'll go over that when the time comes. But certainly, scout bike squads can definitely find their place in a deep strike heavy army. So anyway, that's really all I got for scout bike squads. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say below in the comments. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.